Hi everyone. Today I want you to guess the name of this FMCG company of India. And let me give you a hint. Hint number 1. Customers like you and me buy their products thinking we are buying it from an Indian company. Hint number 2. They had a turnover of over 58,000 crores in just FY 2022 just by selling basic products to Indians. And the last hint, their revenue is higher than the GDP of countries like Peru, Sri Lanka and Chile. Well, this is India's fast-moving consumer goods FMCG business giant Hindustan Unilever Ltd. But it says Hindustan in their name, right? Well, yes, but is it Hindustani? That's the catch. This is where you're gonna learn about a secret marketing tactic, and in today's episode, you will also study about the company which presents itself as a symbol of Hindustan but wisely manipulates its consumers by the use of a simple yet powerful tool named patriotism. What if I told you that Hindustan Unilever Ltd or HUL is a courier company that sells consumer goods? Sounds crazy, right? But yes, they have mastered in supply chain management with such efficiency that even its competitors like ITC and Patanjali learns lessons from it. But before we dive in, I want to tell you that by the end of this video, you will not just learn about some insane strategies of this company, but also how they manage to gain Indians' trust with multiple business strategies, how are they becoming a world leader in FMCG, and above all else, most important part of the video, what are the business lessons you will be learning from this massive successful company and how you can apply all this in your business. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now, some of you would be surprised to know that Hindustan Unilever is not Indian, but a subsidiary of a British-based consumer goods company, Unilever. Founded on 9 September 1929 by Lever brothers, you'll be surprised to know that this company is so huge that it has 400 plus different brands and have managed to scale themselves in 190 countries, which is essentially the whole world. Now watch this carefully because this will tell you how deep-rooted this company is in India. So, in oral care, they own Pepsodent and Close-Up. In deodorants, they own Rexona, Sure and Axe. In bathing and shower, they own Lux, Hammam, Lifebuoy, Dove. In laundry segment, they own Surf Excel, Sunlight, Ren, Wheel. In household cleaning, they own Domex, Cif and Vim. In refreshments, they own Brook Bond, Lipton and Brew. In ice creams, they own Quality Walls and Magnum. In packaged foods, they have Kisan, known for its jam and ketchups. Nor, known for its soups and noodles. And then Annapurna, known for atta, salt and spices. In baby and feminine care, they own Huggies, Horlicks, V-Wash and Whisper. In cosmetics and salon chain, they bought Lakme and that too from Tata. Then in skincare, they own Fair & Lovely, Ponds and Vaseline. In Ayurveda, they have Liver Ayush. And finally, in hair care, they own Sunsilk, Clinic Plus and Tresemme. And before you feel overwhelmed, guys, the list is not exhaustive. I've just told you few of the brands out of their 400 plus list of brand army. But every single brand that I told you right now, of course that was a non-exhaustive list, is owned by HUL. Gentlemen, Unilever have aced in marketing so well. This company is wisely naming its subsidiaries on a lot of nations they have stepped into. For instance, Unilever, when in US, is named Unilever United States. When in Pakistan, they named themselves Unilever Pakistan. In China, they named themselves Unilever China. Of course, it's written like this there. And here's the list of countries that you might be interested in looking at. And my people, I personally like the Greece example, wherein they could have named themselves Unilever Greece, right? But rather, they registered their name as Unilever Hellas. And Hellas is an ancient name of Greece. And for India, the fundamentals were same. Instead of using Unilever India, they named themselves Hindustan Unilever. Now guys, just take a moment to consider the extent to which these individuals think. And before we move ahead to the most important part of the video, that is the business lessons and important facts, I want to tell you that we have just started out, and I would request you to smash that like button right now, as this will lead to our videos get more suggested to more curious minds like you, and will help grow this channel with each of your contributions. So if you're loving my content, please like and click on the subscribe button. Hindustan Unilever is the biggest FMCG company in Indian ecosystem, and HUL alone has a market share of 30% in Indian consumer goods segment, which is slightly more than the net share of two of its competitors, ITC and Patanjali combined. And what's even more mind-blowing is that the stock price of HUL has increased from rupees 480 in 2013 to rupees 2572 in 2023. So if an individual invested an amount of just 5 lakh rupees to buy 1042 shares of HUL in 2013, he would have incurred a profit of around 21.7 lakh rupees, with 26.7 lakh being the gross amount. So if you see, this stock grew up by 435%. And guys, the growth of over 435% is just too good to be true for a Nifty 50 giant. But wait, how did they manage to be so big? I mean, what's the secret sauce? By now, you have learned about HUL's size and subsidiaries across the globe, their competition, their revenue, and their stock growth. Now let's discuss the most important part of the video, and let me tell you about their business tactics first. Number one being the supply chain. So if you remember, I told you they are more of like a courier company. Yes, they have eased in supply chain management too, with the help of demand forecasting method. For example, they know when is what occasion or festival and what product needs to be produced and shipped in what areas and in what quantities. And on top of it, they have a robust distribution network even in the remotest parts of India. And second is the packagings. Well, they have managed to package products in such small volumes in comparatively cheaper prices per unit. So I'll give you an example. Like if you buy a big bottle of Tresemme, Clinic Plus, or let's say even V-Wash, it will cost you more per milliliter. I mean, the big packaging will cost you more per milliliter as compared to a sachet. 1.89 per ml for 200 ml box, and the same V-Wash in the smaller packaging, it's 100 ml and it's costing 1.80 per ml. Now you see the difference. The packaging is bigger one. Technically it should be less in cost, but this is lower in cost. I mean, it should be the other way, but yes, and they're doing it because even the BPL families of India, or the families who haven't tried their product, enjoy the same product what the others, or maybe for a BPL family, a rich might be using. They focused on scalability, and HUL also focused on every single family of this country. And guys, they have eased in marketing as well. I mean guys, believe me, just look at their ads.
लेकिन रिक्शा में क्यों?
सर, ये मेरे पापा हैं।
ओ
बॉस।
नमस्ते सर।
आपको मिलकर बहुत बहुत खुशी हुई।
आपकी चमक ही आपकी पहचान है, इसलिए ऋण।
धोते जाओ दो, धोते जाओ, धोते जाओ, धोते जाओ। बंटी, तेरा साबुन स्लो है क्या? हाँ। लाइपो एंड वॉश। थैंक्स यार।
तो दाग अच्छे हैं।
एक सैक्रिस हो जाए।
ओके, सर्फ एक्सेल। दाग अच्छे हैं।
So believe me now, well, the secret why these ads feels like a memory is because they heavily invested in building a strong brand image with ads which will emotionally connect with the consumer on a personal level. And now we have come to the last part of today's episode, the business lessons you can learn as an entrepreneur from the company like HUL. apart from the patriotism marketing strategy. So, doesn't matter the successful brand, let it be Amazon, ITC or HUL. Entrepreneurs can learn the importance of establishing a robust distribution network to ensure widespread availability of their product. So, the first important lesson is to develop a strong distribution network. Secondly, HUL's success lies in offering a diverse range of products. As I showed you earlier in the video, they first analyze the market gaps carefully, then analyze the customer needs and then fulfills the customer's expectation. So this teaches us about the importance of diversification and product segmentation, which is an important topic, by the way. If you want to read more about it, I'll drop a link in the description. Furthermore, they try to either acquire the competition or try to just eat it. I mean, just look at their brands in each segment. They are either built by them or bought by other companies, just like Lakme from Tata's, and that too in 1998. So it's been an old trick from all these big, deep-pocketed companies. And this teaches us the monopolistic behavior of companies. And the fourth business lesson is R&D, research and development. Well, HUL is spending heavily on R&Ds and constantly trying to develop new technologies and formulations to be ahead in the market with their innovations. Well, R&D have personally helped me too, and in my opinion, R&D is an important factor in any company's success. And the last one is the long-term perspective. Well, HUL's 92-year-old history shows that the value of having a long-term vision and sustainable business practice is important and imperative. And similarly, this industry had similar long-term vision too. I'm talking about vaping industry. Well, arguably, HUL's biggest competitor, ITC, was accused of banning vapes in India for their personal interest. Find out my research, opinion and truth by clicking on the video here.